Have you ever just stared at a blank page, practically begging the words to appear?
Yeah.
We've all been there. But what if you had a co-pilot? Something that could grab your ideas and just, spin them into a first draft in seconds. Well, that's the big promise of AI article generators.
But that gets us to the real question, doesn't it? I mean, can a robot, an algorithm, actually capture the nuance, the creativity, that little spark that makes a piece of writing truly great? Or is this whole thing just a bunch of hype?
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving headfirst into the world of AI article generators. We're going to separate what's real from what's just marketing fluff. We'll look at the incredible promise, the tools you can actually use, and the skills you need to turn these bots into a seriously powerful creative partner.
To really get why everyone's talking about this, you gotta start with the hype. And oh man, is it big. A case study from Super AGI found that using AI can lead to a 300% increase in blog output. 300%! That's not just working a little faster, that's completely changing the game for what a content team can even do.
And this quote right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. It's the dream, right? Slashing your writing time down to almost nothing while still putting out great work. It's an incredibly powerful idea for anyone in marketing, or let's be honest, anyone who has to write, ever.
And this isn't just about making one person's life easier. There is a massive business case pushing this forward. We are talking about saving up to 80% of the time it takes to create content. The power to go from one article a week to 10, easily. And the ability to lock in a consistent brand voice across all of it. It really is a trifecta of speed, scale, and savings.
Okay, so where do you even begin? Well, the whole landscape has grown up, and it's happened incredibly fast. The early tools were basically just simple text spinners, but now we're seeing a huge shift. Big names like Jasper and Copy.ai have pivoted from being these general, all-purpose tools to full-on enterprise platforms made for marketing and sales teams.
Picking the right tool really just depends on what you need, but you can kind of break the options down into three main buckets. For a quick one-off thing, there are free tools like RyRob that'll get the job done. For brainstorming and just general long-form writing, the chatbots we all know and love like ChatGPT and Perplexity are fantastic partners. But if you're working in a team and you need tight control over your brand voice and collaboration features, then you're looking at the advanced paid platforms.
So when you boil it all down, the choice is pretty simple. Do you need a collaborative system for a team, or do you need a personal assistant for yourself? The specialized platforms are built for teams right out of the box. They have brand voice controls and workflow integrations all ready to go. The general chatbots, on the other hand, are more like a brilliant freewheeling brainstorming partner. They're incredibly powerful, but you have to give them all the context and then manually copy and paste the work.
Now, no matter which tool you pick, your success is going to hinge on one single critical skill: prompt engineering. And this isn't just, typing a question into a box. It's the art of giving the AI a perfect mission briefing. The quality of what you get out is 100% tied to the quality of what you put in.
And believe me, the difference between a poor prompt and a great one is like night and day. A super vague request like, write a blog post about AI, well, that's just a recipe for generic, boring fluff. But look at the excellent prompt. It specifies the length, the topic, the subtopic. It even gives examples and says what the outcome should be, actionable tips. You're not just giving it a topic, you're giving it a complete job description with a clear way to succeed.
And all of this leads to a totally new way of working. It's not a one-click magic button. The modern workflow is a partnership. You, the human, brainstorm the core ideas. Then you craft that perfect prompt. The AI generates the first draft at lightning speed. And then, and this is the most important part, you iterate and refine it together. Because we have to be completely honest here. If you just copy and paste whatever an AI spits out, what you usually end up with is, well, it's slop. Yeah, it's grammatically correct, and sure, it's on topic, but it's just lifeless. It has no personality.
So, how do you turn that AI slop into something special? This is where you, the human co-pilot, have to grab the controls. You inject your own personal stories, you upgrade the vocabulary, and please, for the love of all that is good, get rid of words like delve and tapestry. You have to take a real stance instead of just sitting on the fence. Maybe turn some of those endless bullet points into actual paragraphs. This is how you give the content a soul.
And I think this Reddit user just sums it all up perfectly. The final, totally non-negotiable step is always the human touch. You are the editor-in-chief. It's your job to clean up the cringe, rewrite for flow, and make absolutely sure the final piece sounds like it came from a person, not a prompt.
Okay, so far we've focused on all the amazing potential, but now we have to talk about the pitfalls. Because using these tools without understanding the risks is like trying to fly blind.
It all starts with a very, very tricky question that lawyers are still fighting over. Who actually owns this stuff? Is it you? Is it the AI company? Is it even possible to copyright it at all? This ambiguity is a massive legal and ethical minefield right now.
And the dangers definitely don't stop there. AI models can hallucinate, which is really just a nice way of saying they make stuff up. They can also accidentally plagiarize existing content without giving any credit. And since they learn from basically the entire internet, they can reflect and even amplify the biases found in all that data. On top of all that, you have to be super careful about putting any personal or sensitive info into your prompts. You, the human pilot, are the final fact checker and the only real safeguard.
And all of this brings us to what might be the single most important takeaway. AI is not your replacement. It's a force multiplier. It's here to augment your skills, not to make them obsolete.
I think this quote just perfectly captures the ideal relationship here. It's all about synergy. The most powerful results are always going to come from combining what we humans do best, creativity, strategy, ethical judgment, with what AI does best, speed, processing data, and tirelessly coming up with ideas.
So let's reframe the roles here. You are the pilot. You set the destination with your strategy and your creativity. You provide the heart of the piece with your personal stories, and you provide the conscience with your ethical judgment. Your AI co-pilot, that's the powerful engine. It handles the initial research, the outlines, and gives you that incredible speed to just get off the ground.
So the controls are in your hands. You've got this new, unbelievably powerful co-pilot sitting right next to you, just waiting for instructions. The only question left is, where are you going to fly first?